Good day, YouTube. Tits Beer Bong 420 here. We're doing up a beer review, and what's special about this beer is it comes from the Grand River Brewery, which is located out in Cambridge, Ontario. Now, with their beers, you usually don't see them too often, if you even do, outside of like where they're brewed and all that. They don't really spend the money often and all that to put them out there. So I've only had one of their beers in my life so far, and it was the Grand Russian Gun Imperial Stout. It was 8.5%, but I remember that one, it was more heavy than I liked, and it just had tons and tons of chocolate and roastedness, and it was a little more than I preferred, but I probably still enjoyed the beer. And I got that probably about an hour away from here, or 45 minutes or whatever. And then closer to me, I've seen some of their beers in the past, but I don't see them around too often, but I am aware of them. And the one we have here is the Grand River Galt Knife Old Style Lager. It's a pre-prohibition style. It's an old style version of a beer style that was popular in the region in the late 1800s in breweries. It's supposed to be extremely malty in the body with a generous amount of floral hops. So apparently back before Prohibition, they were making their lagers extremely malty and extremely hoppy by the looks of it. And what they like to do with their beers is tell you when they were bottled. So it was bottled on the 22nd of March. So it's only like, you know, like a week old. It's 4.4%. Cambridge, Ontario. Be my second offering from them, since you can't like always find them around without being technically in Cambridge. You know, it costs money to send the stuff out, and they don't want to spend a lot of money putting them all throughout the province and stuff. So it's going to be pretty fresh. Oh, some bubbles. Smells a bit sweet for a lager. Yeah, it's got like some sweetness or some flour or some, I don't know, it smells like it could be really gross or really good. And apparently the Galt knives used to be made, if you know anything about them, where the brewery does their beers. So to my understanding, this might be the first lager they ever made, and they just kept it with the Galt knife name because of how they were made there before. 4.4%, pre-prohibition styled lager. Looks nice. Camera. What up, y'all? Okay, nice two-finger head. Take a look at that. You can smell it a bit from here. Those hops really are pungent throughout the room. Sorry, my room, this room of mine's a mess. I just haven't organized it. But anyways, almost like a kind of fruity, kind of florally hops. You definitely get somewhat of a sweet smell there. And you, guess you can smell some of the malts. I don't know, just dive in. Cheers. Wow. If this was served to me without me knowing what style it was, I would not guess a lager. That's 100% for sure. Holy shit. Extremely hoppy lager. Holy crap. It's supposed to have a hardcore malt body. Love malt. And it's supposed to have lots of floral hops. It doesn't taste like a lager. So back in the day, their lagers were more like an ale. A hoppy ale, that is, because yo, I almost told you this aftertaste first. Seems like it's easy drinking at 4.4%. but I think the hops will make it really filling. You can notice some of the water because of the lower percentage, and it's kind of refreshing when it does that, and it comes in just like a watery lager, but then instantly that goes away and you're left with this aftertaste of bitterness. And I don't know if I'd say floral, I might say almost like fruity hops, because to me it almost tastes like orange a bit or something. I don't know what they're showing, but it's too raw for FM. The next show is going to be that Fagos Lovers Anonymous show. Psychopathic Radio. But yeah, just note, the body seems a little creamy, and you can tell that the body's malty, but there's just so much hops in it that you just get a long aftertaste of bitterness and a little bit of the floral hops that to me taste almost more orange-like. So in a blind taste test, I would think I have some sort of a really hoppy ale and almost question if it's a bitter ESB or an IPA or a bit of both combined, because to me it's almost a bit of an ESB, extra special bitter, and almost a bit of a Indiana Pale Ale, because there's that malty body there which is dominated by so much bitterness and hop aftertaste. So that's how a pre-prohibition style lager is, I guess. This one's from Cambridge, Ontario. Lucky to find it around here. I think this might be the first time I've ever seen anything from the brewery in my actual city, but it's been in our region before. It's 4.4%, 500 milliliters, 16.9 ounces, and since I love malts and I'm not a big hop fan for the really hoppy, bittery beers, but can enjoy some of them, and because lagers aren't my style, let's just go with, fuck it, 5.5 out of 10. Thanks for viewing this Tits Beer Bong 420 review. Let me know it's good, and we got more, another beer review coming up. Peace.